So if you're using iPhone to generate some video or stills for your business, remember that getting closer to the light source is the key thing to begin with, using a window light. But when you really want to start to add a bit extra kick to the product, then you're going to have to invest into something like these little LED lamps. And what they do is allow us to actually get really quite funky quickly with the light, and actually allows us to really see how we can dramatically change the product range. So in a hotel like we are here at the Queensbury Hotel today, and I'm shooting some cocktails for them on a professional camera, but I'm also doing some social media images for them. I'm using a range of these LED panels, come in different sizes, different prices of course, to create the different kind of looks and feels. Let's just have a little look for a minute. If we get in close on here, and basically if I use one of these big panels, and I just want to kind of talk about the light from the right direction. So as you can see here, this is where I refer to the light at 9 o'clock. And this is where, as it moves around the cocktail itself, you can see how the shadows are going to change. So start at the 9, and you can see 9 o'clock low throws a very long shadow. 9 o'clock higher still creates a dramatic kind of lighting onto the accent of the star. As we start to move, we move it around, we start to move the shadow towards the camera position, and then it obviously kind of reflects in. So what I'm saying to you is always try and make sure that the shadow is coming towards the camera position for the best effect. There's also going to be a time where perhaps you need to light from above to actually add a pop, especially for social media like Instagram and so on, where you want big vibrant images. Then you can go flat with color. So let's have a little look at this red cocktail for a minute. Let's just set it up in position. I'm just using a little tripod here. It doesn't help that I'm on a slippery bar surface, of course, you know, but let's just kind of bring in the red. So straight away, if I want to actually expose for it, I just need to actually touch and then possibly move it up in exposure or down. Okay, so just by pressing my finger up and down on the screen, it creates the light and the dark. Well, that's okay, but remember, as we go lighter, it starts to burn everything else out as well. So as we can see here, the bar in the background's gone very, very bright. So let's bring it down. Now let's add in a bit of the LED. So the first thing is, let's bring it at the 9 o'clock again. And straight away you can see how it jumped back into the exposure. So let's brighten up once more. And now as I start to move this around, we start to actually see the different effects on the cocktail. Even when we put it from below, we start to actually do a lovely lighting up. Now, don't worry if you can't afford the LED lights and everything else for now. Find something around your business to help you create kind of little uplights. It could even be a little bit of a torch, or the torch from another smartphone or wherever it be. So lighting from below will obviously create more vibrance to the liquid color. Lighting from behind will do exactly the same thing. Lighting from above will make the liquid dark unless it is really changed in the exposure. Sorry about that. Tripod's just got its own mind a minute. Let's put that back again. So once more, remember what we're saying. So from the 9 o'clock, bring it around towards the 3 o'clock, and you're going to get a different effect. Be careful of reflections. You can see the LED reflections are in there now. That's something we want to avoid. So think about what you're doing, where it's going to go, and where the best place is. So straight away you can see here, and just recompose the image fully for the photograph. I've got a 9 o'clock low. It's lighting up through the image itself. I can tap to choose the focus point, take the photograph. Once that's done, if I press on the ×2, I can just actually go in and perhaps take another image. Let's just change the lighting once more, take the photograph, and straight away I've got 2 images. Let's do the same thing with the star. Try not and shake the glass like I just did. Okay, but in the same way, now you can see the light from below doesn't do anything at all. The liquid is too thick, but really what we want to do is add in that lovely kind of graphic shape. The same thing applies. Tap the focus and the exposure, press the button, and we've got a great shot. Remembering that you can move that light to wherever you want to be to create some great images. So, lighting, it's all about lighting. When you're in a great location like you are in this hotel, just taking a few snapshots on your phone is okay, but you really want to make sure that your social media images, even stuff for your website, your Facebook, your Instagram account, really have that little bit more of a professional edge. So don't forget to try and add some extra light into the shot.